Melania Trump's dark past continues to surface. The individual who introduced Melania to Donald Trump back in 1998, who's now been made an ambassador in the Trump regime, has been posting enough with the vicious lies, conspiracies, and disparaging attacks, Amanda Ungaro, against our marvelous First Lady. The truth is in the records. Melania Trump is the most elegant, graceful, intelligent, and perfect First Lady America has ever had. Now, Amanda Ungaro is Paulo Zampoli's former girlfriend. She's the mother of their child, and she's been deported to Brazil. And she says that her being deported was expedited by Paulo Zampoli working with ICE to do that, to try to silence her. Zampoli denies that he was working with ICE to expedite her deportation, and he just said that just happened. Now, Amanda Ungaro talked about how Zampoli kept a black box of blackmail material on highly influential people. And I believe, in my opinion, she was implying that he also had the goods on Donald Trump in this black box. She just gave an interview with Zev Shalev on Substack. Here's what she had to say about this black box. Play this clip.
We know as well that Paulo had a black box of secrets that he would record videos of some of these models with other famous people or diplomats.
That's who found out was me, actually, by the way. I think Victoria told that, but who found about this black box was me.
And this black box was blackmail material, really, is what you're saying, that there is that they're recording things in his house, in the residence.
Yeah, I cannot tell much about.
Then Amanda Ungaro, she's known a lot about Melania. They knew each other for a very long period of time. Obviously, Ungaro being Paulo Zampoli's former girlfriend. She was always at the White House. She was around Melania. She considered herself good friends with Melania, and she views Melania as utterly betraying her. And Ungaro has said that the truth will come out about Melania's background. Amanda Ungaro also says that her phone was taken under very suspicious circumstances by Zampoli, implying that Zampoli and the Trump regime worked together to snatch her phone. She said, yesterday, how did Zampoli obtain my phone while it was in the custody of the Aventura Police Department? My phone was seized by law enforcement and should have remained secure as evidence. However, according to the location data from my Find My Phone iPhone account, the device later appeared at Paulo Zampoli's residence in New York. I want an explanation, and she calls out the Department of Homeland Security as well. And she's been saying that, again, she knows all about Melania's dark past, and she's going to spill the beans about that. That's one of the main reasons why Melania held that press conference a few months back and saying that there are all these people out there who want to tarnish my name and my reputation. And I just want to let you all know that if you see messages between me and Epstein and Ghislaine and photographs, none of it's real. It's all fake news. None of it's real. And then Melania recently, have you seen this? She's been posting more and more photos of her and little children. I just think she's just trying to do reputation damage control, but she also does it in the weirdest way imaginable. She's posting, these videos about her AI challenge for kids, and an era where we're all very skeptical of the use of AI and how it's being used as a substitute for kind of other critical learning methodologies. She keeps just forcing this AI on kids. The Melania Trump AI Leadership Initiative, after the Presidential AI Challenge Awards at the Rose Garden, she just keeps on feeding all of these children. She's like, all the children need to use AI. Hey, Melania, just because you write, it seems, in my opinion, all of your speeches with AI, when you're not plagiarizing Michelle Obama like you used to do. Oh, and by the way, that's surfacing as well as part of your dark past, Melania. I'll get that into a moment. You're telling kids to use AI, and you seem to be using AI on your speeches. Now, this week, Melania's dark past also surfacing as we finally saw Michelle Obama. It just reminded us in the presidential library, one of the first times we've seen a Michelle Obama give a speech in a long time. I missed Michelle Obama's speech. She gave such a powerful, incredible speech. That's what a former first lady was like, to see Michelle Obama. But it reminded me of the time that Melania just plagiarize word for word Michelle Obama's convention speech, because these are who the Trumps are. They're liars, they're grifters, they're plagiarizers. You remember what I'm saying? Here, let's play this clip.
My parents were raised with so many of the same values.
That you work hard for what you want.
You work hard for what you want.
That your word is your bond.
That your word is your bond. That you do what you say you're going to do. That you treat people
with respect.
With dignity and respect, even if you don't know them, and even if you don't agree with them.
That is
and Barack and I set out to build lives guided by these values and to pass them on to the next generation, because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
And your willingness to work for them.
And just a quick reminder for you, here was Michelle Obama, just a short portion of Michelle Obama's speech opening the Obama Presidential Library. Let's play that.
You were doing the people's work, rescuing our economy, expanding health care, ending a war, ordering the bin Laden raid, saving an auto industry, winning a peace prize. Keeping us safe from Ebola, regulating the banks, standing up for marriage equality, listening to science, and comforting an entire nation in the face of unspeakable tragedies. And you did it all with such grace and class and cool that you made the hardest job in the world look like a walk in this beautiful park. Your mother.
I've been on a mission to find snacks that actually satisfy my sweet tooth without leaving me reaching for something else an hour later, and well, Magic Spoon absolutely nailed it. You know I love the Magic Spoon cereals. Well, their new Magic Spoon treats taste like a real dessert moment, but they're packed with 12 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber. They're crispy, airy, and have 0 grams of added sugar, are certified gluten-free, and they are perfect to toss in your bag, keep in the car, or grab between meetings when you need something quick. The chocolate peanut butter and double chocolate flavors are seriously incredible. I gotta say, probably my favorite. And of course, their cereal is still iconic. You get all that nostalgic cereal flavor you grew up loving with 12 to 14 grams of protein and just 0 to 2 grams of sugar per serving. Whether you're into fruity, frosted, cinnamon crunch, cocoa, or peanut butter, there is something for everyone. Magic Spoon is easy to find. Just look for Magic Spoon at your local grocery store, and they just rolled out treats nationwide at 7-Eleven. And if you haven't tried them yet, check out Magic Spoon's new protein pastries, a high-protein, low-sugar take on the classic toaster pastries you grew up with. You can get $5 off your next order, including the protein pastries, at magicspoon.com/Meidas. That's magicspoon.com/Meidas for $5 off. That's MEIDAS.
You know, as Donald Trump keeps on saying 2 weeks this, 2 weeks that, I'm going to do it in 2 weeks, 2 weeks this plan, 2 weeks that plan, but he always lies about it. Also, Melania's dark past surfacing in the sense that one of Donald Trump's original, I'm going to tell you in 2 weeks, we'll do a press conference about it in 2 weeks, related to Melania's immigration status. Remember when Donald Trump was originally running for office in 2015 and lots of people were raising questions about how the hell did Melania really get here? The Paolo Zampoli story raises so many red flags. She got an Einstein visa for what? Why would she get the Einstein visa? She was no Einstein. She was no one in that category of talent. In my opinion, she was never close to being like a serious supermodel. And there were so many red flags about what she was actually doing here. I think you know, in what she was in and just how she got here in the first place. And so remember, Donald Trump said in 2 weeks, I'll hold the Melania press conference. Of course, we're now how many years later over that, right? Over a decade later, 12 years later, and there hasn't been a press conference. And to me, this is not just a red flag in Melania's background. It just goes to tell you when Donald Trump says, we're 2 weeks away from the Strait of Hormuz open. We're 2 weeks away. Just remember, Donald Trump hasn't held the immigration press conference on Melania in 12 years. This is what he does. He grifts, he lies. I'll show you this when he made this comment. Let's play this clip right here.
Maybe she came in illegally, maybe. Let me tell you one thing. She has got it so documented, so she's going to have a little news conference over the next couple of weeks. That's good. That's good. I love it. I love it. They said, Melania Trump may have come into our country illegally, and how would that be for Donald Trump to be talking? Here's the only problem. She came in totally legally. I mean, so it's one of those things. All right, but you'll see it in a little while. I said to her, no, let it simmer for a little while. Let them go wild. Let it simmer.
And then finally, we got some additional data as well about the living arrangements in the White House. Well, we learned that Melania is barely ever in the White House. She hates being there with Donald Trump. But from the book Regime Change, that's written by Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan, that's about to come out, they said that the master bedroom in the White House was claimed by Melania. I mean, look, Melania's dark past, I think we all know what I'm talking about, right? You just form your own opinions. But she also knows about Donald Trump's dark past. She knows about Donald Trump's dark connection. She knows about it, right? And so she wields that, in my opinion. It's not my opinion that she has the master bedroom. And so Donald Trump is forced to now live in the White House in the second floor living room, not the master bedroom. And so Donald Trump lives in the second floor living room. Melania does not let him in the master bedroom. We know they were in separate rooms, but we have more details about how then Donald Trump just brings all of this food and candy and throws the wrappers all over the place. And in the second floor living room, Donald Trump insists on having carpet in the bathroom there. So it has all of this mold and it gets all wet and it has all these random stains on it. And Trump throws the silverware in the garbage in the bathroom. And it's like a version of the reflecting pool, but basically in the bedroom, how grotesque it is. And we've learned also that Donald Trump, in order to get back at Melania, he takes the furnishings that she puts in the White House and he hoards them in the bedroom when Melania is gone so that it's stolen when she arrives and that there are staff that feel like they're getting in between them. It's so utterly bizarre. But you think also about other things that are happening when they're there together. Donald Trump continues to, when Howard Lutnick's in the White House, Trump continues to refer to him as a pussy, but then Lutnick says, call me your $25 billion a month pussy. That's what Lutnick wants to be called, because Trump said that you're the P word because you think that tariffs are bad. And then Lutnick said, no, I'm your $25 billion pussy because I believe in tariffs. I mean, there's some weird stuff over there. We know that the White House is now one of the main sites where they constantly talk about covering up the Epstein files, Trump and Vance and the whole kind of Trump cabinet. We know about that. Trump continues to talk about the only thing he likes about Ukraine is Ukrainian women. And he keeps on saying how he loves Ukrainian women. Oh, and then Donald Trump and Hegseth love watching the death videos, apparently, that of the war crimes that are being committed off the coast of Venezuela when the United States military blows up all of those fishing boats. Apparently, Trump and Hegseth get off on the death and the charred bodies and the murders that they commit. So that's going on in the White House as well. Again, I showed you the Michelle Obama speech. Let me just contrast that over here with Melania. When Melania just gave a speech this week and she's like, you can applaud now. It's just so utterly horrible. Here, let's play this clip right here.
Is a key to its ongoing success. I also want to recognize everyone who took part in this first AI contest. Students, educators, parents, and administrators. Yes, you could applaud.
Or over here when Melania is reading very strongly about AI. Let's play.
When the doors open, passions flow, courage blossoms, and dreams are realized. AI inspires. Use this chapter of your life to sail away with your dreams.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think about all of this. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.